So if you come across this video, you're probably looking for We Buy Houses companies in Mint Hill, North Carolina. My name is Matthew Manus. I'm the owner of M1 Property Group. I thought I'd put together a short video to offer our services and show you how we might be able to help you out. So if you got a house to sell in Mint Hill, what's the ultimate service we provide? It's basically that we're problem solvers. We look to make the selling process as simple and easy as possible, especially compared to traditional selling methods. So we do deal with a lot of complex real estate issues in our closings. So, properties that need major repairs, there could be multiple heirs, there could be title issues like liens and judgments. People could be behind on payments. We actually come across that a lot. Even unfinanceable properties that banks won't lend on, maybe due to poor condition, and the list kind of goes on and on. So high level, what are our real benefits that we're offering? It's convenience, easy process, speed. So cash closing, so we don't have to wait 30 to 45 days to close, like with a mortgage company or a bank. Flexibility, so we can close on your schedule. There's no need to make expensive repairs or haggle with contractors or worry about them not showing up. We can actually offer moving cost assistance. So that's not usually going to be the case in your traditional sales. And there's not even a need to clean the house. So you can basically take what you want and leave the rest. We've bought houses completely full of furniture. So a lot of our sellers really like that. In terms of costs, so there's no realtor commissions. We're buying direct, and it's basically a first sale by owner transaction. No closing costs. So in our offers, we cover all the buyer and seller closing costs. All closings are with the local real estate attorney. So we use Harry Marsh Law. He does all of our North and South Carolina closings. Worked with Harry for about 5 years now. Extremely professional. Very reputable firm that they understand complex issues, and that's why we have chosen to work with them for so long. So, and on top of all that, we can actually set you up to do remote closings. You don't even have to physically attend the closing or be at the closing table. Harry will put together documents. We can get those to a mobile notary. They can come and meet you at your place of work or at your home. They'll notarize the documents when you sign them. They'll get them back in the hands of Harry, and then he's able to do the closing at that point. So, again, just trying to keep it as simple and easy as possible for our sellers. This table here basically outlines, our process versus traditional sale process. I've already kind of touched on most of the elements in the blue column, but just kind of focusing or iterating the traditional sale process. You're typically going to need to make minimum repairs to get the property market ready. Usually a realtor is going to give their feedback and say, okay, I think you need to paint, do gray paint or whatever's trending at that moment, paint everything, or new carpet, or new backsplash, or countertops, or whatever the case may be. Obviously, you're going to need to do some cleaning, and then you're going to need to continue to keep the house clean through showings, which sometimes can be difficult with kids and pets. You're going to have a lot of people coming in and out, potential buyers. So it's something to keep in mind. There's going to be 6% realtor commissions typically. On your closing costs, you're going to be responsible for your closing costs. And then it's not uncommon for buyers to actually request for assistance with their end, because sometimes they need money, or they might be a little strapped for cash, I guess, and they don't have quite the capital to come up for the down payment plus the closing costs. There's the time element. So most retail buyers are going to need mortgage companies, and that can take 30 to 45 days to close. Moving assistance, you're more than likely not going to get moving assistance offered by a buyer in a traditional sale. And then in terms of coordination, we'll basically do whatever we need to do to help our sellers out. I mean, we can print documents off, drop them off. We've worked with sellers that didn't have printers or computers before. We can pick sellers up and take them to closing if they want to attend the closing in person. The list goes on and on. Scheduling the mobile notaries, getting the moving company set up, but you're not always going to get that in a traditional sale process. All right, so cost to sell. I like to try to educate our sellers on all the costs that come into play, because most sellers only sell on average, I think they say like 1 to 2 properties in their lifetime or something. That number has probably gone up in this sort of new age with everyone moving around, maybe more so than in the past. But there's a lot of costs that do come into play, such as realtor commissions. So it's going to be 6% of the sale price. Your closing cost is typically going to be 2 to 4% of sale price, and usually going to be on the higher end of that range. If you got a buyer, requesting assistance with the down payment or their attorney's fees. You also got holding costs. Those are what you're going to basically be paying while you're trying to market and sell the property, such as utilities, insurance, interest. Maybe or maybe not applicable, but HOA and landscaping costs. Repairs. So obviously the amount of money you're going to put into getting the property ready for showings and getting it listed. And then the actual repairs kind of on the back end. After a home inspection is done, you might have a buyer that puts in a repair request based on the results of the home inspection, and that could obviously vary. And then a couple contractual elements. A lot of buyers these days, they like to ask the seller to pay for a home warranty. That can be around $500. And then also they might request that you leave behind some of the appliances, such as the fridge or even washer and dryers. But that can vary from property to property. So you can see there's a number of costs to consider when selling. It can actually be in the ballpark of 12 to 15% of the list price, in a traditional, sale model. All right, so what are the types of properties we buy? Get that question a lot. So, we look to solve problems. We're dealing with complicated issues usually, and we basically try to come up with customized solutions. So a quick list of the properties that we have experience with, foreclosures, those that are behind on payments, underwater maybe, major repairs needed, fire damage, water damage, code enforcement violations, inherited properties, those going through probate and the estate process, multiple heir situations, retirement, relocation, those relocating for work or something like that, vacant land, easement issues, unfinanceable properties that banks won't lend on, title issues, the liens and judgments, back taxes even. So you can see here that a lot of what we deal with are complex issues. So just sort of wrapping it up, I think you have to ask yourself if you're willing to wait, maybe 3 to 4 months to get around, say, 85% of your list price, going the traditional route. By the time maybe you make your mind up, you're going to sell your house, there's a whole process as it takes place just to get to the finish line in terms of, cleaning the property up, getting it organized, making repairs, getting contractors in, what's the contractor schedule, finding a realtor, getting photographers in there, getting the listing done. How long is the bank going to take to work through the mortgage? Is it going to be 30 to 45 days or so? So it's a pretty big process. And is it going to fall out of contract and have to restart that process? But we'd like to try to keep our process simple. So no repairs, no commissions, no closing costs. Take what you want and basically leave the rest. No need to clean. And we can actually offer moving assistance as well. So I do appreciate you taking the time to check out the video. We do buy houses and land in Mint Hill, North Carolina. If you got further questions, feel free to reach out to us. You can reach us at our office at 704-727-6161. You can email us at info@m1propertygroup.com, or you can actually submit a web form at our website at www.m1propertygroup.com. So I do, again, appreciate you checking out the video.